Hey girl, you trying to hit this?
Oh, you know exactly what I need. Woo! Woo! It wouldn't be an episode of Two Girls, One Blunt if we didn't get high as fuck right before.
We just hit the bong. Chill Steel Pipes.
Chill Steel Pipes. They sponsored our 420 event, and we love their pipes now.
Yep, we're gonna promo our 420 event again, you know, because we want you to watch it.
Yeah,
because it was so good.
If you don't market yourself, who's gonna market you?
Exactly. And we're gonna do another one as well in Miami with the Miami creators.
Miami. That one will be fun.
Yeah, and then we won't have to fly.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Like we can go to bed in our own bed after a day like that because it was so much weed.
I feel like we always have to go places.
I know, and it's exhausting.
Just like, come to us.
I know. Everyone come here. Like, you can sleep over.
Right? We can cuddle.
I have a king-size bed. It literally fits 3 people.
Yeah, and you don't even need to be touching.
We fit 3 people in this bed.
Yeah, you meet Tyler.
I'm currently snacking on pistachios, and I just had a Krispy Kreme donut.
That's an interesting food combo.
I have, like, weird cravings for Krispy Kreme yesterday, so I bought a dozen. And then the Instacart guy gave me not 12 glazed dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, but 6 and 6, like chocolate. And I was like, I didn't order fucking chocolate.
And they're like glazed with chocolate frosting on top, which I don't know. I don't like that.
No, I can't eat them. So I'm mad.
That's just weird.
I'm having really weird cravings.
You're about to be on your period.
I'm not. I just had my period. I just got over it a week ago. It lasted like 8 days, 9 days.
I feel like it's been longer than a week.
Has it? Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I only had a week. I only had like less than a week before, like 8 days.
Mine was shorter, but it's definitely been longer than a week.
It hasn't been for me. Because I asked you, I was like, is your period still going? Periods. All right. Back to what we were saying. 2 Girls, One Blunt. We're coming at you. We killed it in the 420 event.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to kill it in the next one. So let us know what brands you want us to sponsor and partner with. But yeah, I need to talk about something. Did you ever watch like the Amanda show?
No.
What?
I didn't. I've said this like so many times. I wasn't allowed to watch anything but PBS.
Never in your life? Like you never even like watched it later when you could?
No. I didn't really have an interest at that point.
So you didn't watch any like Nickelodeon?
Just when I was like 20, I watched like Drake and Josh. No, that was pretty much it.
Oh shit. Because I wanted to talk about the Amanda Bynes new song because everyone knows Amanda Bynes. She did the Amanda show. She was amazing. She like, what was the movie that she was in with the soccer where she pretends to be the boy? She's the man. I think it's She's the Man. Like she pretends to be on the guy's soccer team. She was great. And then
know her from
she
Easy
got
A.
into like drugs and shit. And then Amanda Bynes is just not the same Amanda Bynes. She like looks different and everything.
She's also been under conservatorship.
Yes. Which I feel like makes sense. I don't know too much about it. I feel like they paint her actually. I feel like all of this is her reaction to being in the conservatorship, you know?
Oh, she has a heart tattoo on her face.
Yes.
It's kind of cute. I kind of dig it. She has a very youthful face.
So she came up with a new song called Diamonds.
Is it good?
8 days ago. It only has 34,000 views, which is crazy because it's Amanda Bynes. Like to think of how many, like a generation of people.
She's big.
Loved Amanda Bynes. But yeah, I wanted to watch it and get our reaction to Amanda Bynes' music video. So here we go. Who's this guy that's in it? Who's Paul Michael?
That's her partner.
He sucks.
What is happening? There's not even a music video. It's just a picture of a pile of money.
Oh wait, here she is.
That's her? On her fish.
Diamonds on my fish. Does that mean her pussy?
Oh.
Her pussy? Oh, getting a lap dance. Getting a lap dance.
Okay, let's see who this Paul Michael fella is.
Right? What was that? It wasn't even a complete song.
That was it?
That was it. It just ended.
You know what? They just wanted to give us a little teaser. He looks like every man from New Jersey ever.
Oh, no.
Oh. You know what? I also have fallen for a taller, ugly
I was like,
man.
he looks like he's a narcissist. I don't know. Someone said, Amanda, babe. No. This is garbage.
Wait, apparently she split up from him.
But this song just came out 8 days ago.
Interesting.
So they broke up. Maybe they got back together.
Oh, Lord. Some of these eyebrows that she's had make my 2016 eyebrows look like nothing.
I miss the old Amanda Bynes.
I miss the old Kanye.
I miss the new Kanye.
I don't miss the new Kanye.
No, the new Kanye. It's got to go. You know our stance on that. Well,
that was interesting.
It just kind of is like crazy how people change, how the world changes, how like things can change you so much.
Like, what happened to Lindsey Lohan? Where'd she go?
She's still doing stuff and she's come back stronger.
Didn't she just have like a reality show about like dating her or something?
I think so. I think she's like also, I feel like she's off the drugs or just doing a little bit better, you know? But it's so sad because these people were our favorite people. That's what the industry does to you.
It really does. Especially kids who start off in the industry, because a lot of the times, if you're putting your kid into these positions, you kind of want to exploit your kid.
Yeah.
Like either for some like, what's the word?
Set your family up.
Vicarious.
Yeah, living vicariously.
Because you wanted to do that as a kid, or you want to set your family up so money-wise, so you're exploiting your kid. But either way, you're thinking about yourself. It's selfish. I feel like, I don't know.
Like,
so a lot of these kids get corrupted by the people around them not looking out for them, but for their own selfish interests.
I would let my kids be in movies and I would like do that. But I think I would be very selective. I don't think I'd let them give up their like schooling. But I don't even like the American education system. So like,
no,
I don't know. I would watch my kid like a hawk. You know what I mean? I would never leave them alone with adults. I would never do any of that shit. You know?
That's so hard.
You got weirdos in the industry just trying to fucking canoodle children and they prey on these people.
So what do you think is going to happen to like the TikTok kids that are growing up, that are children now? Like, is a similar pipeline going to happen where it's like Nickelodeon actress to fucking, I don't know.
I think absolutely, because one, you have mommy ran accounts for children. I've just been like doing a deep dive. It popped up on my For You page yesterday, and it's parents basically essentially exploiting their daughters.
Have you seen TikTok. That Bella girl?
I think so. But this is about like, there's two girls, there's two sisters, and this mom like runs their YouTube channel. I think they have like millions of followers or something. So the amount is 70% men. And then like how many, they did like the age range. It's 18 to 45. They have like 3.8 million men from ages 18 to 45 commenting on these 14-year-old girls' YouTube, like sexy, you're so beautiful, commenting on their bodies. And then their moms are the ones running the accounts. And then any woman who speaks out about it, the mom blocks them because obviously it's a parent-run account. So you don't mind exploiting your children. It's fucked.
So weird.
It's so fucked.
Ugh, I don't like it. Even with social media, like everything you're putting out is going to be on the internet forever. You didn't give your child that option to consent to that. That's just like
even if the kid was like, yeah, the mom is fine, they don't see what's wrong with it. So
they
it's
have
not
no
even
clue the consequences.
Like the parents are supposed to protect them from that. If my kid wanted to do and be famous when they were younger, I don't think I would stop them, but I think that I would definitely have restrictions on what they'd be able to do.
Yeah.
Because they're not in a right state of mind to even know what is what at that point.
Like
and we thought we were so smart when we were kids.
Oh my God. Stupid.
When I was 14, I'd been like, this is fine. I can be in my mini skirt with no fucking clue.
Like Millie Bobby Brown, there was a clip from an interview with her where she's talking about how her and Drake are like texting buddies and how they're friends and how he gives them relationship advice. And I'm like, where are your fucking parents? Like, why do you think it's okay to talk to a 40-year-old man?
Yeah.
A man who's known for fucking grooming young girls and then dating them when they're 18.
Oh, God. The industry is scary. R.I.P. Amanda Bynes. R.I.P. Lindsey Lohan.
I think they're still alive.
They are. But it's not the same person anymore. You know what I mean? Like the industry and people and the public, everyone watching, your words have fucking power. You know what I mean? And you don't realize these people we love, and all of a sudden they do something and you hate them, or you have like whatever you want to do and you start nitpicking them, and these people are real fucking people and it destroys them.
That shit hurts. It
does hurt. It's crazy.
But it's so easy to like, it's like a mob. The internet is like a mob. You just like go after people. I don't know. That's why I liked, before I started getting on social media, just like lurking. I literally didn't even comment on people's shit because I was like, I don't even care to pile into what's already getting like piled on people.
There's no point.
No. Like literally all of the comments on shit will be the same thing just over and over and over. So if you know it's already said, why do you feel the need to say it?
Just like the fucking comment.
Just move the fuck on.
We're feeling a certain type of way.
Shut the fuck up.
I need to stop eating these pistachios.
There's no such thing as too many pistachios.
They're making my mouth dry. It's hard to talk though.
But we're finishing up our second podcast of the day. Then we're going to go get David from the airport and see his cute little kitty cat.
And then I have to pack. And then I have to wake up and go on the airplane. I'm already exhausted.
I thought it was going to be like a nice day, but looks like it's about to storm. I wanted to do content after this.
I know.
What a shame.
What a shame. Could have been with me instead of what's her fucking name. You know what? That's how you know TikTok marketing. I fucking hate that song. Unfortunately, I don't even think that artist is that good.
Who is it?
Nothing against her. I have no idea.
Oh.
This girl. And all I see, I love her song and I love that one section and that's it.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of like TikTok songs literally just being marketed for TikTok and then they don't care about the rest of the song. All they care about is that one verse that catches attention.
Every time I listen to that the TikTok sound trend slaps.
And you know what? I just think all media is going to follow that pattern now where they're aiming to market it on TikTok and it's just not going to be as good.
No, there's not going to be. I feel like long form content will like die.
Because we're rotting our fucking brains.
You know what I mean?
It's
just
too much
dopamine. And I'm literally like, yes, give me more.
I feel like I need somebody who can like keep abreast of TikTok trends and then they can just send us what we need to do so that we don't have to get like affected by that.
I know, because like scrolling TikTok just to find out what we're doing for work. The fuck? So bad.
It's market research.
Why am I still drinking?
All right, speaking of wine, drinking, Jamie, if you saw Jesus being jumped on the street, what would you do?
I'll fucking let it happen.
I'd be like, I don't want to get hit. I'm not getting in the middle of this shit.
I'm literally going to be like, die for my sins, bitch.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
I'm going to be
sin.
like, your name has caused so much war and hatred. You're going to feel it.
Wow, that was a big yawn. Sorry.
Yeah. Fuck Jesus.
I wouldn't give a fuck if I saw Jesus being jumped on the street. You know what? Matter of fact, I might jump in there and jump him. I might fucking help out the jumpers.
with your good punches.
I'd mug. What if Jesus had like a god wand? What if I mugged him and I stole his god wand?
What would Jesus' superpower be?
He already fucking turned water into wine. He's just an alcoholic.
That doesn't give me much.
And you think that Jesus died for our sins? No, he died of liver poisoning.
I feel
he drank too much.
If Jesus came back, what if he was just like literally a complete idiot? Like if he came back from the past or something and like time travel happens and he's just talking to people and everyone's like, oh my God, Jesus is here. And then he starts talking and everyone's like, this guy's a loser.
So you're telling me Cheech and Chong were Jesus this whole time? What if Jesus is a stoner? And like
absolutely
the word of gospel is him just being like, yo, what if there was an ark and you put 2 of each creature on it just in case there was a flood? And people were like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? And then boom, a fucking flood.
It's Noah's ark. Noah's the one who picked it.
Jamie, just go with it. Just go with it. The rule of improv is you just go with it.
Yeah. And I'm God.
Yes, son.
Yes.
2 animals on the ark sounds great. Of each.
A boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl.
What if one of the animals was like, sorry, I'm non-binary? God would be like,
don't
you gotta
talk
die.
about that stupid ass shit in front of me, Emily.
Non-binary?
Just
Jamie.
kidding. Am I if someone come for me?
Cancel her.
I respect pronouns, but if I'm not allowed to make fun of things, then
Then what is
then
life?
comedy's dead.
Comedy's dead, and I
there's
killed her.
There's no reason to live at that point if comedians can't talk.
Yeah.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound. She's making eye contact. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way.
Make my way.
Is she gonna come over?
Through the
Crowd.
La la.
And I need you.
Na 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 na.
And I miss you.
Na 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 na.
And now I wonder
if I
She's not
could.
coming.
Fuck you. Cut all that.
Keep it. All right, so we watched The Ultimatum. It's new on Netflix.
Good ass show.
I finished it in like a day and a half.
Me too.
Like very quickly. Ultimatum is a reality TV show on Netflix with like who's the fucking dude? Nick Lachey.
I actually don't know his name.
I think it's Nick Lachey
And his wife.
And basically, she did come over after we were singing. Oh, I'm sorry, the pistachios are in the way.
Come here, mama.
Too many pistachios.
Too many glockies.
Okay, so they bring on couples that are like struggling, I guess. One is ready to get married and the other's not. And so one partner gives the other an ultimatum and is like, yo, shit or get off the pot. And they go on a reality TV show about it. But then on the reality TV show, they have to go with and live for 3 weeks with another one of somebody else's like partners.
Which
so you
was
swap partners.
so weird. I didn't realize they would all be dating like amongst themselves. So basically they're on like a rooftop pool at an apartment complex. They're all in the same general vicinity of the pool, just freshly broken up and flirting with the other people's significant others.
Yeah.
It's
in front of them.
It's very weird.
It's very toxic. It is such a toxic show, but it makes me so excited. Like, it's great TV.
It is great TV.
It's amazing TV. If you want to just like judge people and be like, what? Like you're just in shock over how people act. That's the show. But like, would I condone any of the behavior on it? Absolutely not. Do I think all of them need severe therapy? Yes. But great TV.
Oh my gosh, so good. I'm just like, I heard some shit that the producers of Ultimatum are making the women's ages younger.
Really?
Yeah, so like one of the girls, they said she was 26. Turns out she just turned 30. And like people uncovered that by going through her Instagram and seeing her like, I just turned 30 post.
Wait, why are they making the women be younger? To be more marketable?
Because in the beginning, I was like, oh, everybody is so young on this show. Like,
yeah, they're like 24, 23,
and
22.
They're like, you need to marry me and have babies with me right now.
And I'm like, what the hell? Slow down, Tiger.
Right?
Yeah. I'm not even ready to get married.
But also there are people I know, like in my grade who I graduated with, who are married with like 2 kids now, 3 kids.
Yo, it's crazy. I have one baptism last week, like party, and I have another one this weekend.
So many babies.
For my boyfriend's like friends and brother. So I'm like, that's adult shit. We're going to baptisms together. Ew.
But I'm only 23.
I know, it's true.
I'm like, how do you have a whole family?
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
I'd be working at like a corner store. I don't even know what I would be doing at that point. Like, what do I do?
Your life is over. No, I'm just kidding to everyone out there who has a child or who wants a
No,
child.
and you have children, your life is over. Don't
you're
have
fucked.
children. Yeah, wait to have children and set yourself up before you have children, because if you don't, you're fucking selfish. I said it and I meant it.
You know what? I will never judge anybody for having kids, but I will judge myself if I had a child at this stage in my life.
Yeah, also like the
Just
world's
like
gonna
emotionally. End. No.
I feel like so many people have kids to fucking fill a void in their own heart, like because they're like, someone will love me because it's my child, and then they hate it the moment it forms an opinion against them.
Exactly. How many times do you hear a parent be like, oh my God, having a kid saved me? I'm like, well, then you should have saved yourself because you just created the same issues in your clone.
Yes.
You're not, nobody's healing.
You have a full responsibility. And I see some people and I'm like, you're going to birth the worst children because you're not healed. And that's how you're going to deal with problems. And your kid's not going to get that proper upbringing.
No, but can we just talk about how you would think that two uglies would make an ugly? Sometimes two uglies make a very pretty.
How? How? I literally thought about that. So there's this kid, we talked about this, I think, my kid in my high school. His parents were ugly, but he came out so beautiful. And we were all like, how?
How does it happen? How did genetics work?
I don't know. Maybe the perfect mix of ugly. Or maybe that ugly genes are dominant and recessive and being pretty is recessive. And so they just like balance each other out. You get a big nose and a small nose. It makes a medium nose.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
I don't think so.
Do you think you just... No, I mean, two white people can have a black baby. Genetics is
Can
crazy.
they?
Yes. Genetically. It's a very, 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 very rare. But two white people can have a black baby.
Oh, shit. White people are literally purposefully like having black children by like inseminating themselves and using black eggs and black sperm. And that's, I feel, very weird.
Wait.
Like a white woman inseminating herself with literally an egg from a black woman and sperm from a black man in her body.
What the fuck?
Right?
People are fucked up.
That's so weird.
That's like, I don't know. I was going to say if you got like a sperm donor and your partner was black or like they couldn't conceive, like that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. But it's giving fetishization.
Yeah.
Not cool.
No, not at all. Or maybe she just hates white people. She's like, I want a child, but I cannot bring another white one in.
So then if you hate white people, then educate them. And that's like your job.
Yeah.
No.
They could be doing that too. What if they're doing everything? And then they're like, and now my final gift to the world, one less white baby.
There are so many white babies everywhere.
I know. I feel like white babies should only be allowed if they're born with not an American accent. So like an English baby. And then, Mama.
I don't like the British people.
Dada. It's so funny.
I know. I want a little Irish accent baby, but I don't want to have sex with an Irish person. Have you ever looked at somebody and you're like, oh, you're too Irish? Like, I can just see you look like a potato.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a look for Irish people. I don't know what it is, but it's very distinct. And also flat. The women. And no one has their teeth done.
No, especially in the UK. But
that's interesting, though, because don't a lot of them have like more universal health care?
I wonder.
And so like, why isn't dentistry added into that?
I mean, normal healthcare dentistry isn't added. You have to have separate dental insurance in America. So maybe the NIH is just like health insurance. But that's like teeth issues can cause issues throughout your whole body. Mm-hmm. It's just we're so fucking capitalistic that we want to get money from every single source we can.
Yeah.
And they don't give a fuck about our health.
I've always had this weird thing with my teeth since like I was a kid. I don't know what it is, but I've always been like super anal about my teeth.
I was too, and then my stepmother fucking flushed my what are they, retainers down the toilet.
I think my mom threw mine out too, and so I never had them. So my bottom teeth are crooked.
Same, but that's America for you.
Yeah, but I like even my boyfriend's like, I always know that you may not shower in a day. But you'll brush your teeth like 3 times. Mm-hmm. And he's like, so you don't shower, but you'll brush your teeth like excessively.
I'm always flossing.
And I'm like, because I don't feel like I need to shower all the time. I don't care what anyone says. I literally feel like being told you have to shower once a day is capitalistic too. Like that you're dirty. Like, no, maybe we're just naturally not, you know what I mean? I don't know. If I just sit around in the house and I'm not doing anything, I'm literally not dirty.
First of all, like those are conversations you need to be having with your significant other. Like, about your hard no's. Like, do you want kids? Yes or no? That's a deal breaker.
Yes.
And you have to be able to give yourself that ultimatum. Because if you can't respect it, why are you expecting the person to give you the straight answer?
Exactly. And that's the issue. All of these people like knew the red flags that would end up being the problem, I feel like. And
100%.
And that person had told them in the beginning or something. Like the girl didn't want to have kids. He wanted to have kids, but they both wanted to get married. Like, why have you been dating for 2 years not knowing if your partner wants to have kids when you know deep down you want to have a baby? Like, people just date. They find people that they like and they're like, okay, this is my person. And they don't ask any of the hard questions. They don't have the real conversations that are like, what do you want? What does your future look like what mine wants?
Does it align with who I am?
Are you flexible to it? Do you want children? How do you react in a fight? Do you shut down? Do you have bad words, like talk down to people? Do you, I don't know, leave completely and don't show up for 3 days? Like what's your fight language?
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I could never be with somebody who did that. But
I know.
Like, literally, people don't talk about it, or they do talk about it and then they still don't want to accept it because they like the person and they just want to feel that comfort and stability of being in a relationship instead of trying to find somebody who actually works with their vision for their future. And I'm like, but also I've fucking been there where I'm like, I'm going to go along with this, even though maybe this isn't really what I want because I'm scared of being alone. So I also understand it. And me talking about it now is also me addressing myself.
Yeah. I guess for me too, is like, I'll make the decision like, okay, this is my boyfriend, whatever. And it's hard because you don't want to talk about all of your basically deal breakers up front. Right? It's not like on the first date you want to list, this is exactly what I want out of a relationship, and you just go like, you just dump everything, No,
because that's a lot. If somebody did that to me, I'd be like, oh God, I gotta go.
But then so like when you break them down to be individual things, sometimes they don't seem as big, right? Until you put it into like the bigger picture and it keeps happening and it becomes a pattern. So someone does something and you have that conversation and you're like, okay. And then someone does something that's like another kind of one and they give you kind of uncertainty on whether or not it's going to be aligned with you until it comes up again. So then years pass because you're not really asking the right questions. For me, I had to start like communicating anytime I got insecure or like that I didn't know something. And it started like eating at my brain where like that's all I would think about in the relationship. And so I just like over communicate. Thank God Chris like handles it like a fucking boss. Cause I'm like, I don't want you to think I'm like dumping on you. Like you're always doing something wrong, but I have to communicate. If I don't, it will like build up to resentment.
It's better to over communicate because then he could be like, you're over communicating. Please take it down a notch.
Oh, if someone said that to me, that probably wouldn't go well.
Really?
If I was trying to like express that like something was upset, I was upset with something.
But what if they were just like, you've been dumping like too much? Like,
I mean, yeah,
I could take that,
Yeah. It depends on how they say it.
Because I've definitely had like significant others be like, you've been putting your problems too much on me. And like, that also isn't healthy in a relationship. But I'm glad you're communicating. That was just about me. That wasn't about like,
yeah, but it's like, I don't know. For me, that's why like boundaries are important because I feel like with my partner, I should be able to talk about everything. I think like they're obviously like I always am trying to, when I notice I'm talking about myself, like shut myself up and be like, okay, wait, how are you doing? Like what's going on with you? To try to like not make it all about me. As long as I'm including them in the conversation and giving them the space to like do the same. But I feel like, I don't know, if I get married, I better fucking be able to just like dump everything and they should do it to me too. I don't know.
Oh, I'm like,
is that the trauma part of me talking that just wants that safety? And like, I feel like I also deserve that vulnerability and like being able to
I think you can be safe and vulnerable, but I also do think there like definitely is a point where, not you specifically, I'm talking about like what I've done in the past where it's literally just like all the time bad things. And you have to be able to like give your partner a break. Like they're not your therapist at the end of the day. Yeah. And if you need a therapist and if you need to be talking like that, then you need to go see a professional.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I guess I call Chris a lot to vent. about like everything that's been going on. I'm like, yo, it happens to me, and then I'm calling him. And then sometimes I feel bad about that, but then also I'm like, he's my person, and I want to be able to talk about it, not just with you, but like get a third opinion. And it's also like,
I don't think that's a bad thing.
different than talking about it with a therapist when it's like someone you like. But I get it. I don't know. It just was very evident on that show. Everyone's fucking unhealed. Everyone shouldn't have been dating. Madison hated her boyfriend coming in. Now they're together and she's pregnant. It makes no sense.
Did she have the baby yet?
I don't think so. She's about to pop. So she got pregnant on the show or like around the show ending. And she went in and talked shit about this man for the first like 6 episodes of the season.
I started off not liking Madeline and liking Colby, and then I heard Colby speak more and I was like, oh fuck. And then Madeline got funny. And I was like, why did you go back to him? He's such a shithead.
Yeah. Honestly, there was so much of that. I was like finding out who people really were as the show went on, and you're like, oh fuck. And then I'm literally like, how come I can't see this in real life and I can't even see it as I'm watching all sides of it happen?
But also I was watching it and I was like, how did they manufacture it to create the storyline they wanted to create?
Yeah.
And I was like, did they take and pick and choose to make Madeline a villain? It's just reality TV is like not real.
And that terrifies me because I want to be on it so bad. And then I'm like, I don't know if I could handle how I would be portrayed and how the internet would react. Because I'd be like, oh, fuck, everyone hates me.
That's why you have to get control of your image and produce your own reality TV show.
Yeah.
So that you can perceive yourself how you want to be perceived.
Very true.
Whoa, they were not joking about Florida. Literally no rain and then all of a sudden fucking downpours.
It's downpouring right now.
It's very beautiful though.
I know. Especially with the windows.
I know. This should be like a TikTok live just showing like the rain and the view with some jazz music or like calming frequencies.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of unhealed people, I heard about this serial killer, and she's like,
I love serial killers.
Like one of the first serial killers, I believe.
Oh, a she.
Yeah, it's a she.
So they say that guys are mainly serial killers, but is it just that women are smarter and the female serial killers don't get caught? Or are men just a little bit more tapped than we think they are?
I think women don't get caught, and 2, I think men are very tapped. But she died in 1651. She's an Italian professional poisoner. Her name's Giulia
Imagine
Tofana.
That being your fucking Wikipedia page. Professional poisoner.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah. So
Would
basically...
would I be saying the same thing about a man, though?
What?
Would I be saying that's badass? Like, is that my double standard?
Fuck men. Who gives a fuck? It's literally like how you can't be racist against like the party being oppressed. No, you can't be racist against the person, like the oppressor.
Yeah, you can't be racist to white people.
You know what I mean? You can be prejudiced, but it doesn't make sense. It all comes with like stuff I'm not going to get into. Hi, and I fucking always go into deep conversations I can't articulate. Either way, this fucking serial killer, she's one of the oldest serial killers. 1961 she died, or 51 she died. Back in the day, marriages like between a man and a woman are basically where men owned women.
Yeah.
Like you were a prisoner to that man. That man could beat you. That man could
property.
Yeah, he could treat you however he wanted to. And it was really hard to get out of that because if you lost your husband, you had nothing as a woman.
Yeah, you couldn't even inherit property.
Mm-hmm. So
fucked.
What she did is she created, I believe, a like perfume. And she set up a poisoning ring, and she began to sell the poison to women who wanted to escape abusive or inconvenient spouses.
Inconvenient spouses?
Yeah. So she would like put poison in like perfume, sell the perfume to women, like started like a business and stuff. It was for women to give to their husbands to kill them. And then that way it was enough where like they could slowly poison them over time. So it would look like he died of like natural causes. Like they were just deteriorating in their health. And so their husband just died and they got to like keep whatever and then move on.
I fucking love that.
I fucking love that. That woman's a badass bitch. And she's the first serial killer and she's killed, I think they said she killed like a lot of men.
So she killed
thousands.
hundreds of men in 17th century Italy when she turned her makeup business into a poison factory. Oh my gosh. So the poison was made with arsenic, lead, and belladonna. Lola, get out of the pistachios.
What's up with you and the pistachios?
Arsenic, lead, and belladonna. She was like, no, you're done. You're done. There's no chance you'll survive this.
That's amazing, though.
And she made it. So this is from Medium. Tofana made it her mission and her business to help aspiring widows murder their. That's great. I've always aspired to be a widow.
Me too.
You know?
No, I haven't.
I actually haven't, but it sounds good.
No, I used to date when I dated my high school sweetheart. I don't know what it is. I think I was going through so much trauma and I was losing people. Like my sister died and everything. But I would picture him like dying. And then I would picture my reaction of like what it would feel like.
That makes sense.
Because I had to like get myself emotionally prepared for it happening.
I always
which is so fucked up.
I do that now.
But because I couldn't bear to like the thought of what my life would be like if he died during the time. You know what I mean?
I know.
Crazy.
Oh, she was caught because of a bowl of soup, apparently. One of her clients got cold feet. She stopped her husband from eating the soup that the poison was in, and the dude forced her to tell the truth and then turned her over to the authorities.
What?
So then...
Why'd she stop him from eating it?
I don't know. She got cold feet. She regretted it. She was like, I can't kill this man. She confessed to the police and pointed out Giulia, and then she
ratted someone out?
She ratted out the woman who gave her the poison, which is fucked up. Like, it was your choice what you were going to do with it.
Oh, this is a random girl who ratted her out? Because she chickened out?
One of her clients.
Damn it. See, I feel like some women, this is unfortunate, but some women are weak fucking women.
Very true.
And they will like pick their fucking abusive person and all that stuff and like fuck over somebody who's doing good shit.
Just kill yourself at that point.
Emily.
What? You already have the soup. Don't let it go to waste.
If you're going to go away for it.
Yeah, if you're going to go away, just like.
If you're going to admit to it and like go to jail, that like, yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't kill anyone, though, so maybe she could get out early on good behavior.
I feel like now, like, in the judicial system, could she get away by, like, having people sign away, like, a liability? Like, I'm giving you this substance, but you signed away. You said you weren't going to do anything bad with it. Would that, like... And what if she had a corporation? Then she couldn't get in trouble.
I mean...
I'm just saying, I think this is a great business plan for any young women out there who want to start a poisoning business. Just look 400 years ago.
How do you find it? Where, like, how would you find a poisoning business? Like the dark web?
What is the dark web?
I don't know either.
How does it work? Like, we
need a dark web expert to come on and just show us the dark web for a podcast. We get super high and explore the dark web and buy drugs off of it.
Is it illegal to go to the dark web?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I
would be terrified of buying drugs or doing anything like that. They sell, like, body parts, hitmen.
Oh, yeah, I need to find out how to become a hitman.
Emily, shut up. We're going to have to delete half this podcast. You talked about fucking babies, killing people. Like,
I haven't done anything yet, though. And I'm not going to, because honestly, I'm a pussy and I just like smoking weed and like living my life.
That sounds like something a
murderer would say.
Person would say.
I've killed 5 men. I'm going to tell you the truth right now. They're buried under the underpass in Guadalajara.
You went there.
We did? Did we really?
You did.
When?
When you murdered those men.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm pretty cool.
Wait, I have a question. Okay. I was like in the shower and I was watching TikToks and I was super high. And someone came up with this. What if sperm was huge and only like a few? Like there was only a couple, like a guy came and there was only like 3 big sperm that came out. They were like the size of like a betta fish. Like that was sperm. Instead of like a ton of mini sperms.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. You know how like when a period clot comes out and it's like a really big period clot and you feel
That's the sperm.
But it would be that, but reverse, swimming up you.
Oh
no!
You had to paint the picture.
No.
Oh my god.
That's gross.
Would you fuck men?
No, I absolutely would
You wouldn't have a baby.
I would not swallow. I would not have a child. And you would never nut inside of me. Ever. I guarantity you that.
Swallow and like choke on cum, literally.
I'm going to throw up.
That would be a porno. Like, watch me gargle this cum.
And it's literally just like one gargle. Like,
you just see this one thing like popping out. Like,
wait, could you juggle sperm then?
You could juggle sperm.
Somebody nuts. You catch the nut as it comes out. Bring it into the juggle.
You throw it. Someone hits it with the baseball. You open your pussy and it goes right in. And that's how you get pregnant.
And that's IVF.
What's that?
In vitro fertilization, where like doctors do it.
That's the commercial. Like, hey, babe, you want to go to a baseball game tonight? I sure do.
And then he knocked it out of the park, if you know what I mean. Wait, are circuses still a thing?
I don't know. Yeah.
What happened to circuses and fairs?
Maybe we're just not young and don't hear about it.
I want to go to a fair.
We can find a fair. That's the fall. We'll have to visit Boston for the fairs. The Northeast. With all the like fall and the Northeast is amazing. With all the pumpkins.
Picking.
But let's not think about that because we're getting into summer soon.
Yeah.
You know what I forgot about because like our job is weed, but like some people listening, like their job tests for weed.
That sucks.
That sucks.
I've never been tested.
Me either. I've never been. My mom drug tested me. Did you ever get drug tested as a kid? My mom, when I was younger, my dad, me and my friend Lizzie were being like super weird. And we were prank calling and we were trying to be like sneaky about it. So we were being weird and my dad brought it up. And so he told my mom that he thought we were on drugs. Turns out he was projecting. He was the one on drugs. So my mom is like, I have to drug test you. Your dad thinks you're on drugs. And like your dad never says stuff like that. So my friend and I go home and my mom has 2 drug tests. And she's like, don't think you're not getting drug tested too. Because either one, you get drug tested and you're clean, you can hang out with my daughter, or you get drug tested and you're not clean and you can never hang out with my daughter. And also if you deny the drug test, you can never hang out with my daughter. And she made us both take a fucking drug test. I was so mad at her. I was like, how dare you do that to my friend and fucking blah, blah, you're not her parent. She didn't consent to that. She's a kid.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my mom is crazy. Crazy Kelly.
She said hello to me on the phone the other day. I was like, hi.
I just would have said, no.
No.
So like, I feel like I wouldn't work at a place that had to test for weed. And I made that. Like when I saw my friends and I was like starting to smoke and I saw my friends who were big smokers like get jobs and they're like, oh, I just can't smoke and I have to like take a month off to get drug tested. I would never do that. I avoided those jobs.
I did too. I specifically was like, if I have to be tested, I will not be at your company.
Right?
And that's just that.
That's that. If you care about weed. Now, my boss would always say, like, are you high? And I'd be like, no, of course not. I don't smoke at all.
My boss would be like, Emily, you brought weed. And I'd be like, no. And then my whole bag was loud as fuck.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I definitely reeked. So
I used to roll up in, like, the work bathroom and then, like, sneak to, like, the back alley where, like, the cigarette smokers would smoke. And then I'd smoke with them.
I just think it's fucked up that people will, like, punish for weed when it's starting to become legal. New Jersey just made it legal.
Woo!
They're trying to make it federally legal.
Woo!
Right? Like these are all good things, but there's people still in jail and like workplaces that like literally a marketing firm doesn't need to test for weed. If anything, weed is helping. Weed is making those people be super creative. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't even think like truck drivers should be tested for weed. I honestly don't give a fuck if the truck drivers who drive like CDL big ass things are high.
Yeah, but the insurance companies do.
Well, but no one, the insurance companies.
Guess what? No stoner is gonna look at the fucking cop and be like, yeah, I'm high. That's why you go get your license picture. Here's how you do it. You get your license, high. You do everything where you're meeting new people, you're high.
Yep.
And then that way, people just think it's you.
I just live my life.
And then also, there's so many jobs. Just get another job.
Yeah. I know.
People are like, you privileged bitches. And you know what? I can say this because I've hustled for every job and I've had multiple jobs. And I just think that there's always a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
There's always a way. And it means that you need to go out of your comfort zone to make it happen. And a lot of people would rather complain than not do that. Obviously, there's one-off stories and shit. But yeah, fucking weed wins.
Weed always wins.
I guess like for like people who fly planes, right? I was thinking of this, like, oh, well, people are like, well, what if they're flying a plane? You don't want them smoking weed. And I'm like, do you know how many of those pilots probably have come in hungover or drunk or drank while they were fucking flying the plane because they're an alcoholic, which they don't test? I feel like I've seen multiple shows and scenarios where the pilot's a drunk.
Yep. It's always the pilot who's fucking drinking and then the plane fucking crashes.
But if you were high, you'd literally just be like, I gotta focus.
Yeah. And if you were a stoner, like it wouldn't even really affect you.
Yeah. If you were a real stoner, it wouldn't affect you. Real pilots get high and they don't drink.
Yeah. I would be a pilot. Not for like a commercial, just like for a little plane that's cute. So I could like Amelia Earhart and disappear and then have people wonder about me for forever.
True.
Well, guys, that was that.
Yeah, these are the last 2 episodes we'll have where we're recording it on our own. We're going to have a lot of good guests coming. Like some crazy good guests.
It's about to be wild.
And I'm so excited.
So tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your kids about 2 Girls, 1 Blunt.
Yeah. And we were like, instead of skipping 2 weeks and not doing episodes, we're just going to make them happen. And we're just going to shoot the shit and talk about nothing. And not really like have to like put too much effort and care into it because otherwise we won't do it. And this is how we're going to be consistent.
So thank you for sticking with us.
Yes. We love you. Have a great week, you filthy fucking stoners. Catch us next week on 2 Girls, 1 Blunt.
Peace out, bitches.
Bye. Hey, girl, you trying to hit this?
Oh, you know exactly what I need.